Long ago, there was a beautiful kingdom called Rosewood. It was ruled by a wise king named Edward and his kind, Queen Isabella. They had two daughters who were very different from each other. The elder princess was named Joanna. She was beautiful on the outside, but her heart was filled with jealousy and cunning thoughts. She always wanted to be the center of attention and did not like when anyone praised her sister. The younger princess was named Rose. She had a gentle smile and a pure heart. She loved helping the poor people in the village, feeding the birds in the garden, and spreading kindness wherever she went. Everyone in the kingdom loved Princess Rose. One sunny morning, a royal messenger arrived at the palace with wonderful news. Prince Louie from the neighboring kingdom of Silverdale was coming to visit. He was brave, handsome, and was looking for a true princess to marry. The king and queen were delighted. They prepared a grand welcome with flowers, music, and a royal feast. Both princesses were excited, but for different reasons. Rose was happy to meet a new friend, while Joanna saw this as her chance to become a queen of another kingdom. When Prince Louis arrived on his white horse, the whole palace gathered to greet him. He was indeed handsome and had kind eyes. The king introduced both his daughters to the prince. Joanna immediately tried to impress the prince. She wore her most expensive gowns, jewels that sparkled like stars, and spoke sweetly in front of him. The prince smiled politely, but something felt wrong to him. Her words seemed sweet, but her eyes were cold. Meanwhile, Rose simply remained herself. She talked to the prince about the kingdom, showed him the beautiful gardens. The prince enjoyed her company and felt peaceful around her. This made Joanna burn with jealousy. She noticed that the prince was spending more time with Rose. "I must do something," she thought wickedly. That night, Joanna made a terrible plan. She took off her own precious ruby ring that their grandmother had given her. Then she sneaked into Rose's room while her sister was sleeping and hid the ring deep inside Rose's cupboard. The next morning, Joanna ran to the king, crying false tears. "Father, my precious ruby ring is missing." The king was very concerned. "We must find it immediately. Guards, search the palace." Joanna wiped her fake tears and said quietly, "Father, I hate to say this, but I saw Rose looking at my ring yesterday. She said it was beautiful and she wished she had one like it." The king frowned. He did not want to believe his gentle daughter would steal, but Joanna insisted. "Please, father, just check her cupboard. I'm sure we will find the truth." The guards went to Rose's room and searched everywhere. Rose stood there confused and scared. "Father, I did not take anything. I would never steal from my own sister." Then one guard reached deep into her cupboard and pulled out the ruby ring. "Your Majesty, we found it." Rose's eyes went wide with shock. "No, I did not put that there. I do not know how it got there." Tears rolled down her cheeks. Joanna pretended to be heartbroken. "Oh, Rose, how could you? I trusted you. I loved you as my sister." The whole palace was in shock, the servants whispered. The queen held her hand to her heart in disbelief. The king looked at Rose with sad, disappointed eyes. "Rose, I'm very disappointed. You will stay in your room until we decide your punishment." Rose cried and cried, but no one believed. Prince Louis watched everything carefully. Something did not feel right to him. He remembered how kind and honest Rose had been. The prince decided he needed to find the truth. He could not marry into a family without knowing what was real and what was fake. Prince Louis was wise. He went to the king and said, "Your Majesty, before I make any decision about marriage, I wish to test the true character of both princesses." The next day, the prince disguised himself as a poor old beggar. He looked tired, hungry, and cold. Joanna walked by in her fancy dress, going to the market with her maids. The beggar called out weakly, "Kind lady, I have not eaten in days. Please help me." Joanna looked at him with disgust. "Go away, you dirty beggar. Do not come near me. You will ruin my beautiful dress." Later that afternoon, Rose was finally allowed to leave her room for a short walk in the garden. When she saw the old beggar by the gates, she forgot all about her own troubles. "Oh, you poor soul. You must be so hungry and cold." She sat down beside him on the ground, not caring about her dress. She took out the small piece of bread she had saved from her lunch and gave it to him. The beggar looked at her with gentle eyes. "You are very kind, dear child. Even when you are suffering, you think of others. You have a heart of pure gold." That evening, there was a grand royal ball. Prince Louis, back in his royal clothes, would announce whom he wished to marry. Joanna was very confident. She wore her most stunning dress. She practiced her sweetest smile in the mirror. But jealousy still burned in her heart. She wanted to make sure Rose looked terrible at the ball. She bribed a clumsy servant with gold coins. Tonight, when Rose enters the ballroom, accidentally spill a full jug of red juice on her dress. Make it look like a mistake. As she entered the ballroom nervously, the servant suddenly bumped into her and poured the entire jug of red juice all over her white dress. The dress was ruined. Rose gasped. People started whispering and some even laughed. Rose's eyes filled with tears, but she walked into the ballroom anyway to show respect to the prince. Joanna stood near the throne, smiling wickedly inside. She thought she had finally won. The prince would never choose Rose now, a girl in a stained dress who was also accused of being a thief. But Prince Louis walked right past Joanna. He went straight to Rose and took her hand gently. In front of the entire kingdom, he spoke in a loud, clear voice. "Today, I learned the truth about both princesses. I tested them by disguising myself as a poor, hungry beggar." The prince continued. "One princess wore the finest dress and jewels. But when she saw me as a beggar, she treated me with cruelty and disgust. She called me filthy and dirty." Joanna's face turned pale as snow. Her secret was revealed. Then Prince Louis looked at Rose with warm, admiring eyes. "The other princess, when she saw me as a beggar, she gave me her food and her warm shawl. Even though the whole palace thought she was a thief, even though she was suffering, she still showed pure kindness. Princess Rose, I know you did not steal that ring. Someone with a heart like yours could never be a thief." Tears of joy and relief ran down Rose's face. The prince turned to the king. "Your Majesty, I believe Princess Rose was falsely accused. Someone placed that ring in her cupboard to frame her." All eyes turned to Joanna. Her face was red with shame. She could not hide anymore. The queen stood up and walked toward Joanna with sad eyes. "Joanna, tell us the truth. Did you do this to your own sister?" Joanna's legs felt weak. She fell to her knees and burst into real tears for the first time. Yes, I did it. I was so jealous of Rose. Everyone loved her more than me. The prince liked her more. I could not bear it. So I took my own ring and hid it in her cupboard. I lied to father. I wanted everyone to hate her so the prince would choose me instead. The king's voice was stern but sad. "Joanna, what you did was terribly wrong. You hurt your own sister, lied to your father, and nearly destroyed Rose's life." Joanna sobbed. "I know, father. I am so sorry." Prince Louis knelt down on one knee in front of Rose. "Princess Rose, you have the kindest, purest, and most beautiful heart I have ever known. Would you honor me by becoming my wife?" Rose's heart filled with happiness. "Yes, Prince Louis. Yes, I will." The ballroom exploded with cheers, claps, and joyful music. The king and queen rushed to hug their innocent daughter. "We are so sorry, Rose, for ever doubting you." Joanna stood alone in the corner, watching everyone celebrate. Her heart burned with even more jealousy at first. "It is not fair," she thought bitterly. "Rose gets everything, the prince, the love, the happiness." But then she saw how Rose looked at her with forgiveness in her eyes, not anger. She saw how the prince respected Rose not for her beauty or jewels, but for her character. She realized that all her beauty, all her tricks, all her lies had brought her nothing but shame and loneliness. Rose walked over to her sister. With her gentle heart, she knelt down and hugged Joanna. "I forgive you, Joanna. You are my sister, and I will always love you." For the first time in her life, Joanna understood. She hugged Rose tightly. "Thank you. I promise I will change. I will learn to be kind like you." Prince Louis and Princess Rose were married in the most beautiful wedding ceremony the kingdom had ever seen. Flowers bloomed everywhere, birds sang sweet songs, and the people celebrated for 7 days and 7 nights. The Kingdom of Rosewood and the Kingdom of Silverdale became united in friendship and love.